last time on Lawful Stupid?
I don't know when this episode airs.
Right after the last one.
Why are we supposed to? Why do we have to remember that every single time?
Okay, so what happened last time on Lawful Stupid?
I became a billionaire.
Rowan became a billionaire.
Hot Springs. 2 words, Hot Springs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Depending on what the fucking FCC is going to allow in this last episode is what will happen in the last episode. Listen to it for yourself. You be the judge.
Yeah.
Wieners.
But seriously, so we were traveling to Silence. Yep. We end up coming through this town that has hot springs. It's kind of a chance for us to take a short rest, also to have a little bit of conversation, trying to figure out, what's Kristoff thinking about his brother in terms of what are we going to do when we get to Silence. How are we going to handle it?
We stopped in the icy town of Perunia to visit their hot springs. We know it's a tourist destination, but currently it was under, there was less people in there than we thought that there would have been. We went to the Frozen Chestnut, Chad Hot Springs, which we enjoyed thoroughly, and I talked to Selah, the clothier, and I got brand new winter clothes for Atlas and Rowan. Atlas's are a very large Santa outfit.
Can you remind everyone what that was again?
Yeah, so Atlas's are like red and white trimming, like a fluffy white trimming on this red suit. It's like a black belt with a gold buckle, black boots, white trim on those boots, a hat, kind of like a nightcap. Santa. Yeah, exactly like Santa Claus.
Let me tell you. So the only thing that Atlas is going to wear, he's going to wear the hat for his ears and the boots with the fur.
Santa Claus doesn't exist in this world, so you don't know it's Santa Claus. You just think you're in a jolly cloak.
Okay.
Well, I mean, still, it's Atlas's rules, right? I think he takes the pants and cuts off all the legs.
Yes, right? you can see my knees.
So he's got his boots with the fur.
It's very John Cena-ish.
Yeah, and then
exactly.
And then Rowan is got a raccoon skin hat with the tail. And then it's like a vest, like a fur vest that leaves his midriff completely exposed. And then some tight, very warm felt-lined pants. And just some standard winter boots.
I thought you were gonna say the fucking Snow Queen from Narnia, just fucking giant white fucking flowing fur.
Unfortunately, I didn't think of that then. I only went with fucking Rex Bosworth.
International Diamond Thief Rex Bosworth.
International Diamond Thief. Yeah, International Diamond Thief Rex Bosworth from Whitest Kids You Know was my inspiration for your outfit. I just want your midriff to be exposed, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I want.
At all times.
In this winter climb, that's what I would like to see. And so I got that for them and gave it to them at the hot springs. So when we get to the hot springs, which is where we ended, presumably they're going to change into those.
Yeah, it did. Canonically.
It also did.
Canonically. Anyway.
So why don't we introduce our guest?
Are we doing it?
Hi.
Hey, Tish.
Hi, I'm Sigan. Yeah, I'm Tish. Do you want me to introduce my character or myself?
Let's just do yourself right now. We'll get to your character.
Hi, I'm Tish Terror, and I am a member of the Discord.
And Tish is on our lawfully crazy patron tier, which makes her eligible for this here one-shot arena.
One Shot Arena coming to you soon from Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, it's the next book. I don't think you knew that.
The Lawful Stupid Band, Pink Alpacas, dropping that one next week. Be interested and be listening.
I also seem to be writing the fan fiction.
Can you tell us anything about it?
Look for that wherever smut is sold.
You say mud is sold? No one.
I said
it's appropriate
smut
for all ages.
Oh
yes.
Some smut be.
I'm sorry.
Do 6-year-olds read smut?
They could.
My 4-year-old
is just romance novels.
Absolutely.
No, it's just smut with really simple words.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's smut for all reading levels.
And they smooshed.
How did you guess?
Just making cookies.
I've written a novel or two myself.
Schmut for kids.
So, at the risk of derailing our podcast any further, I figure we'll just get right into it.
We're just making it harder on Jen. She can figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Poor Ginge. One of these days he's gonna quit.
Hi, Ginge. I'm sorry, and I love you.
That's gonna be an audio clip for sure.
Yeah. And let's gag. Gag reel. Ginge, I love you. Yes, that goes in for sure.
Ginge, I love you. There's a what is that song that has like
Are you talking about the popular Ginge, I Love You?
Yes, I am.
Oh, it goes. How does it go, Shane?
That's Riri, right? It goes, Ginge, I love you. Ginge, Ginge, I need you. Ginge, I love you. You're my dream come true.
I'm so glad that we don't get derailed super easy.
So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
boys, and here's what happens. So there is a loud noise, and you're all awoken, and the three of you are sitting.
I'm
at,
Kristoff Shindo.
Yep, the three of you are sitting at desks. And to paint the picture, basically you're in a classroom of sorts. And at the front is a professor. And Kristoff, you look to the left to see your friend Atlas Farrier, who is like one of the beefier tieflings you know, with like big like sharp teeth. Like everybody always like comments on that. And then when you look to your right, you see Rowan, who's like one of the more handsome tieflings, you know? And the three of you are in class with Sigan, who is one of your classmates, who's, at this point, you can describe your character's appearance for everybody?
I am rather attractive looking. I am a very lavender-esque color with kind of a pearl-esque hint to it. And I've got raven black hair and ice blue eyes. And my clothing is rather royal, but kind of torn a bit. So kind of like ancient royal.
Like a mummy.
Well,
You're one of the more mummy.
Not
You're
so
one of
much
the more
mummy
tieflings I know.
one of the mummy tieflings.
No, not mummy.
And at the front of the classroom, you hear, "Are you three sleeping in my class again?"
No, Professor.
Yes, I was. Sorry.
Atlas.
Yes, they were.
How will you ever be good diplomats of silence if you sleep through all your lessons?
I hang my head in shame. I apologize.
Sorry too.
That is a brave assumption that I want to be a good diplomat.
Well, I mean, it makes sense with your heritage and all, Rowan, but all the same, you're going to do better.
A brave assumption again.
And you know what? Class dismissed. I can't have this any longer.
Oh no, teacher. We're sorry. We'll promise we'll pay attention.
I don't know that you will.
I frustrated the teacher into a half day. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's
so,
diplomacy.
So, yeah, that's diplomacy. It'll just wear them out. Filibuster. So your teacher, like, dismisses you? And Kristoff and all three of you boys, you would know that you're in, like, a portion of, like, the Shindo castle that is devoted to, like, studies. It's where all of the royalty and or, like, servants' kids or whatever, it's where they, like, go to class and stuff like that. And you guys, you all find yourselves to be younger versions of yourself. And Atlas and Rowan, you are tieflings.
I just so for the people paying attention at home, this would mean that I am once again wearing my long coat, my shirt, my gloves, my full sleeves.
For the people at home, this would mean that I'm wearing nothing but a codpiece and a cape.
Nope, that's not true. There's no way that's true.
Very attractive. Continue.
Go on.
Is this the smut portion of the podcast? Well, I stopped this slowly.
Not.
Okay.
So
yes, absolutely.
Why don't you think about your outfit, Rowan? You talk about yours.
Oh, do I get to talk about my outfit? Everybody, hold on while I take a swing get fucking glamoured.
Mine is a character development point. It's not. I was not trying to open up the fashion show.
Well, I was going to give them an option, considering Devin is typically naked, and that's not going to work for.
Well, let's say I'm just kind of whatever
scantily clad,
similar style that Shane would have, that Kristoff would have in Silence.
Yeah, I think you have something similar to that, but like you're not as bundled up because you're not trying to hide something.
Yeah, I would say he'd be where even though it might be the dead of winter, maybe he's wearing the summer fashion.
Yeah.
Sleeves cut off for sure.
Okay, you sleeves cut off.
So
Daisy Dukes even. Okay, and then Rowan's wearing something scantily clad, like something see-through.
Rowan's wearing a giant purple hat with like cheetah print band, a fucking giant purple petticoat, again, cheetah print lining, and a walking stick.
So pimp style.
Yes.
Does the hat have holes for your horns?
It
and
does.
I need to know what horn styles you boys are. This is exciting. What kind of horns do you have? I have like slick black horns. What about yours?
Does he not have?
Rowan?
Does he not have horns?
Oh, mine are full on fucking Hellboy horns. Like when they're grown out, fucking of destruction ass. Looking. Yeah.
Like up and fucking huge.
Yeah.
Mine are like they curve out to the left and right, like up and then out.
Hot.
Oh,
Straight up
like
and out.
satyr style?
Yeah, like satyr.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Like
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing runs
Mine
like a
are
satyr.
straight back, kind of like a gazelle.
Oh, slick back.
Okay.
Oh,
I feel like that's the more like royal look too.
Yeah, it really is.
It is, yeah. You're right.
And so you hear as you guys are like all in the hallway, just kind of like crowding it. You hear a familiar voice from like a light blue tiefling, and he's like older. Get in class. You can't stay in the hallway and cause a ruckus.
Apologies, Headmaster Findle. We will evacuate immediately.
You.
Absolutely.
And so you guys are going to your next class, which happens to be like a fencing class, essentially, like a self-defense fencing class.
Dope.
Sweet.
Not exactly my move, but this is fine.
So you all go down the hallway and go into this classroom, and as you enter this classroom, it's like covered in snow on the floor, and you can see that the sky is open, like there's no roof, and there is like sparring equipment, and you can see like these rows that have been like carved out and built for like fencing matches, right? So you stay in line, and in the center of the room you see like this gray colored tiefling, and he's got a big jostly beard, and as the four of you approach, he says, "Better late than never. But, all the same, get your equipment together and we'll begin sparring lessons. You have to know how to fence if you're going to be one of Silence's own."
Oh, this will be very easy.
I hesitantly move over to my gear and I put on my padding.
I have concerns.
You have concerns?
I do. Is there any way that I can talk myself out of this?
Well, you really need to learn the lessons. What are you going to do if you are attacked?
Talk myself out of this.
Well, it's not going well so far. I'm not confident.
Well, bollocks.
I think that she's got a good point.
You would, Mr. Legato. You would.
And I do.
It's the first time I've seen you in class all week.
You're not very perceptive then.
You're never here.
In the back.
I guess you could say we all look the same in, our equipment. I've just been quiet then.
That's racist.
Well, it's the equipment's all the same. It's standardized.
Come on, guys. We have to do this. What are you... Come on.
Yes, you guys all put on fencing equipment? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody, roll me a d4, please.
No.
Am I allowed to cheat?
No.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Alex got a 4.
With magic.
I've got a 2.
We're not doing that yet, Shane.
Okay, got it.
I got a nat 20.
I've got a 2. That's impossible. Stop it.
It's a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
But because zeros don't mean anything, a 2 is effectively a 20.
I think that's only up there on the front side of a number.
So,
I've got
Kristoff?
a 2.
excellent. Kristoff and Atlas, you two step up first and you get into position for your first sparring match. And you see Coach Svan step up between the two of you and say, on the count of 3. You remember the score system, yes?
Nope.
A touch is a point. A knockdown is an additional point. If you regain to your feet before the judge touches you, then you are able to nullify the knockdown point.
That sounds made up.
It was made up by the people that invented rules.
Yeah, it was made up by the people who invented the sport.
1, 2, 3. And he
on 2, I cast Ice Knife. And I'm just using it as an offhand.
Okay.
Take inspiration for that.
If I see him do that, the rules of how this work go out the window, and I'm no longer just trying to get taps on him. I'm gonna go full body.
Okay. Yeah, so all right. So describe to me what each of you do, and then we'll roll.
So all I'm doing is on 2. I'm casting Ice Knife, and I'm just making like a jagged shard of ice to use in my offhand, and then I'm still using my. I assume we have rapiers.
Yep.
In my main hand, and then on 3 I wink at him, and then we fight.
I want to be able to. Is there one close? Is Rowan or them close by to me? Grab their other one to be dual wielding.
I mean, you could just get another one from nearby.
Let's do it. I'm doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So you have 2.
I mean, we're talking about in the matter of 2 seconds, but it's fine.
I mean, yeah. You summon a. You're right. You summon a spell, but he can't shuffle over and grab another sword.
I just bring Willow. Can I just summon Willow?
Yeah, you summon Willow. I've shattered the illusion.
No, I'm just gonna have just 2.
Okay, well, that's cool. I guess we'll fight. I turn into a dragon.
Roll. Both of you roll dexterity attacks for me, please.
Ooh, that's a 1.
I did better than that. I have a 12.
You rolled a crit one?
Yes.
Okay. So Atlas charges forward with both of his rapiers just kind of like full on charge, no tactical wherewithal. Just like I've got 2 of these, you can't dodge them both. And I think Kristoff just throws the ice knife at him to catch him off guard. I mean, you tell me what you do. How about that?
Yeah. So
you paint the picture.
When he comes at me, and kind of like I guess he would swing both of the rapiers like in like a scissor motion, where like they're gonna overlap each other. What I would like to do is just like duck, and then.
Does this mean you're going to scissor him?
He's going to scissor me, and then I avoid that deftly by ducking. I get on my knees to avoid the scissoring, and I want to like bring my rapier and my ice knife up, and I just want to touch him in the chest, like not like very much a touch, like not a strike.
Yeah. So you tap him twice, and Svan raises his hand and marks the points, and then calls for a reset. You guys want to do one more roll for me, please?
Like a D20? Dexterity attack?
Another dexterity attack, please.
Yep.
14.
All
15.
of us are just them.
14 versus what? Sorry.
15.
Okay. So Atlas stumbles backwards, and you guys you reset up for the fight, and this time Atlas, not trying to do a horizontal scissor attack, kind of does two attacks. The first one to try and knock you off guard, and the second one to like follow suit with that. But he kind of loses his own footing on that when he brings the offhand attack around, and you're able to just very subtly step backwards and then poke him again in the body. And Svan calls the match and says, "Winner, Kristoff." Well, that's a first. Atlas,
Oh, shucks.
You don't normally do so poorly. Are you all right?
Yeah, I just don't feel like myself today.
Well, to be fair, it's not your weapon of choice, is it?
It is not.
Do better with a long sword.
Well, gotta get good with it all, though. No excuses.
Yes. Rowan, Sigyn, if you'll step up.
Right, gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you guys are going to do the same thing. You guys are going to step up and spar.
Got
So
you.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Roll.
What am I rolling?
Roll a dexterity melee attack, please.
What am I rolling? Sorry. It's my very first
D20?
time rolling.
Yeah. D20 plus dex.
20.
Yep.
Okay, I've got an 18 plus 2, so I've got a
Yep.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
I want to choose to naturally fail. I'm gonna just pick a crit one because I want to throw it anyway.
Okay. Sure. You do you just want to like straight up stand there, or are you throwing it with style?
Are you trying to make it look good?
I'm gonna try to make it look good.
Okay.
I'm gonna let
That
people
makes-
feel good
Just
about it.
checking. Yeah,
wanna-
give me that performance roll, please. Because you're acting something out. You're gonna have to roll some dice.
God
Alex.
damn it!
You're rolling
I did it
dice, Alex.
Specifically to get away from that, so I can drink more.
No, roll some dice.
Well, it's a really fucking good performance. It's like
I know.
25.
Excellent. So, Sigyn rushes forward with this rapier and kind of like hunkers low when she charges, and Rowan like slides forward to meet her and makes it look good. Like, he makes his attack just barely miss, and he rolls his chest to like lunge into her attack. Like, she would have normally missed, but he like did this like sweet roll to get hit. And I think do you go down?
Aren't you a sweetheart?
Oh yeah, I definitely like fall back like, oh, good. Didn't expect that one.
And Svan marks the points and says, Mr. Legato, come on, one more round.
Oh, I'll always go another round. What are we drinking?
No, Mr. Legato. This is an academic
Only the
setting.
best, my love. Only the
I
best.
give him a sly wink.
Nope.
I know what you mean. I'm on my feet. I've got my little pokey thing here. Let's do it.
Mr. Legato, you can't keep calling it a pokey thing. It's a rapier.
Oh,
I take
that's
offense to that.
detestful. That's detestful.
Does it poke? I believe it pokes.
Yes, they
No.
do poke. Unwarranted and unwarrantedly. That's why it's dangerous.
They said, those who can't do, teach. Those who can't teach Gem. This is terrible. Okay. Alright, one more round. And he like motions for you guys to go again. Do you do a performance roll again?
I do, and I'm stoked to tell you that is a nat 20 performance.
Okay.
Fucking knock their socks off.
Oh my goodness, so is mine.
Nut!
That's
Okay,
perfect because,
yeah.
like, she wants to attack me and I want to be attacked. I just want to make it look good. This is the best. Take it away, storyteller. Do it good.
Do it!
The two of you position yourself sideways in a standard fencer's form, and you go back and forth, and your rapiers are like making the almost like the metal tang that they do every time they collide. Like, she'll strike, you'll parry, and she'll thrust, and you'll like move out of the way. You'll dodge it, and like it's a back and forth for like a solid 30 seconds, and everybody who's watching, Spawn included, are like impressed with the speed at which you guys are going. And realistically, like, she's just like coming after you, and you're like lazily just like you make it look good, but you're more like, get it away from me kind of situation.
Like, oh god.
Yeah, no, I don't like this. And after about 30 seconds of that, I think you lose your inspiration to continue the farce, and so like you like strike sideways, like horizontally, and she kind of like arcs backwards, and then as your attack goes across, like she snaps forward and just pokes you straight in the chest, and I think you dramatically like throw your legs up to almost like make it the hit look real hard.
Yes.
Even though like it's a rapier, there's no way it could have like done that.
Oh, for sure. Like, this hit will be the talk of the school year.
Like, slides backwards 10 feet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, exactly.
It's like gas
And winner, second. Well, excellent.
Woo!
That was good.
That was very good. Good job, Segan.
Should be the talk of the school soon.
Thank you all.
That was all you.
Absolutely. What else would it be?
It's definitely not a very good performance. My tip of the pimp hat.
Oh, let me just break a couple things down real quick. One, our teachers are letting us drink as much as we want. And two, we are allowed to have pimps in the school as well.
Whoa.
Carry on.
No, okay, so let me break something down. Just like the Santa suit, that's not how pimps dress in this universe.
It's
this
not.
is a unique Silencian style that predates the Arcane Wars.
It's true.
So pimps come from silence. Got it. Carry on.
Well-
your anglicized preconception of what a pimp is, maybe.
Maybe in theory, but all the same. And so Coach Spawn kind of like takes the rest of class to instruct you guys on form and why fencing is important. And no matter what, like,
Because how is he going to keep the cows in?
you will need to know self-defense. And then he dismisses you all. And you know that the next class you have to go to is not a class. Go ahead.
Before we leave, I would like to tell Spawn, apologies, Professor. Whatever you do, don't be mad, man. I would like to-
Oh, you know what, Scott? Take 2 points of inspiration for that part.
Thank you, Alex.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, Kristoff, I'm not angry. I appreciate your concern.
Of course. And I'll leave.
Okay, yeah, so you guys know that your next class is not a class at all. It's actually lunch.
Lunch!
Yes, my favorite.
Yeah, and so, like, this isn't, like, traditional where there's, like, this, like, mess hall situation. You guys are in a castle, so,
We all get our own individual picnic baskets, catered to our own taste to have out on the lawn of our choosing?
I was going to say Kristoff can choose
That sounds
where
wonderful.
you guys eat, since he's the royalty of the group.
There is a courtyard, of course, in the court, and we will be going there. At this time of year, it being winter, it is just glistening. There are trees and there are statues, and they're out there with ice and snow. But there's an area that I know of, and it's actually right by the Royal Crypt. And I've seen it there before. My father has taken me there, and there's a small area behind there where you can actually see out to the entirety of the Kingdom of Silence. You can see just the towns and the villages, and you can see it all. And that's where we like to meet for lunch. And I talked to the chef. I talked to Patagon. I talked to Patagon, the chef, and I said, Patagon, make them each a lunchbox full of their most favoriteest foods based on their tastes.
That's just the loveliest thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so you
That's
all
wonderful.
are on this balcony, ledge situation behind the crypts or adjacent to the crypts, and so you can see out, and you can just see
as well.
You can see these fields of snow and tundra and hills, and you can see the horizons of different towns in the distance. And you notice it's got this soft snowing going on. It's not a flurry because it's too fast, but it's just gently snowing as you guys eat. And since Shane brings it up, what is your meal of choice, each person? I want to know what you're eating.
I'm definitely eating a giant turkey leg with a side of some sort of macaroni and cheese and Silencian snowballs.
Mine's full of whiskey.
A basket full of whiskey.
3 bottles of whiskey and a potato.
And 1 potato. I take offense to that.
Hey, I take offense to it.
That's true. You're the one that's actually of Irish heritage. I am not.
Yes. I'm allowed to. It's our word. I would have lemon cakes and these little tiny fish.
Ooh, what about braised lamb?
I don't have that. I have lemon cakes, these little tiny fish that come from Silence, and are mythical creatures that have their own name that's special to Silence, and
Kippers.
like a freshly baked loaf of this dark rye bread, and with a little bit of butter and a little bit of olive oil and a tumbler of gin.
So you got gin and loaf.
I would be eating I would be eating a stew of turkey and citrus and a loaf of the bread previously spoken of.
Nice. Yeah, so the 4 of you are sharing this this meal. And you guys have grown up together to some degree and had classes together, and so you kind of all know each person's background. Atlas comes from the guard. He was essentially assigned to Kristoff. Where
Garrett.
Rowan is a washout of a noble's son. He is 100% nobility, but nobody takes him seriously. And Sigyn is a little more unique than that in the sense that she's got druidic heritage, which is kind of rare in the Silencian world. That's not big for them, but her family's known for that, and so she's kind of a little bit of the oddball, but also very likable. So, is there anything Kristoff especially?
Thank you. I like you too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look out, and you can see a large portion of the kingdom from here, and I just go, take a look. Look at it.
Yep, I'm looking.
What are you expecting me to see?
Silence. It's beautiful. All the people and all the things and every single part of it out there, splayed out.
I mean, some of the people, sure.
All of the people are people of silence. And one day...
No, some.
One day...
Have you seen your brother recently?
Have I?
I mean, yeah, you would have seen him that morning, right before you went to lessons.
Where is that jerk?
He's not a jerk. He's my brother.
He's a jerk.
I'm gonna stab your brother in the face one day.
No, come on.
Remember that his brother would be younger than him.
He's young. He's got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah,
he's a rascal.
He doesn't. And like,
tiny little boy as well. Yes. Have you seen him talking to your father?
Papa,
have I?
Yes, this is your life.
Have you?
Yes, of course. I mean, they speak constantly there.
Oh, okay. Of course. Then you know of everything that they're talking about, yeah?
I mean, I don't eavesdrop on their conversations, but...
Oh, okay. All right. Then never mind. It's probably fine. I swear. Yeah.
It definitely is, but you can totally tell me.
I don't think it can. No.
Oh, you're amongst friends here.
Especially since I didn't hear it. It was in very hushed tones.
Well, what was it?
Hushed tones tend to be the most honest tones.
Don't be coy.
I didn't hear it all.
What did you hear?
I heard some things that might not be great.
Such as?
Talks of your... I don't know. Talks of your mother's memorial, perhaps. I don't know. It couldn't have been super specific, but, you know, a memorial in general.
Is my mother dead?
Yeah. Yeah, she's already died at this point.
How long ago?
I'm trying to do the mental math on this.
Not very long. Like, maybe a handful of months. Because she died when Kristoff was, early in his age. Confirmed? Like, not like
about
young.
this age,
that's my point.
Like a young man.
Yeah, kind of like young man, because
16, 17.
Yeah, exactly. So to me,
the only thing is that when
Mm-hmm.
she died, Palace was out hunting, and Altrian was in the mainland. So it's long enough after that for them to have gotten back.
Yeah, no, it's been a couple months, because they're planning the memorial.
Okay.
Like you don't know much about that. Like you haven't been involved in it. That's why this is.
Well, I'm sure whatever they come up with will be fine for her.
I am sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that's such a cavalier way to talk about your fucking mom dying.
Yes. Well, she will be missed. She was an honorable woman.
She was your mum.
Yeah, if you need to cry, you can fucking cry. You loved her.
Yes. Very much.
I want to say, because if we did in fact grow up with him, and I am in fact his bodyguard, and I would have been there for the times that he interacted with his mother to know the truth.
You would also be like guardsman enough that you wouldn't say something about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. I would just. That's what I would just give him a look.
And I kind of give him a little side eye too, like this is my job.
Like, oh, they're totally gay for each other.
Okay. Yep.
Immersion
shattered.
I kind of put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, "Are you all right?"
Yes, it was a heavy loss for not only me but for the kingdom. We shall not see her kind again.
She was a good queen.
Spits his wine out. Spits his gin out.
She made the best soda bread ever.
I don't think she's ever cooked in her life, but
who am I thinking of then?
Maybe not for you. She's never cooked in her life for you.
You're thinking of Paddington the cook.
Oh, he makes the best fucking soda bread I've ever had in my life.
That's pretty good.
What's he doing?
Is Paddington an owlbear?
Yes, and he just cooked.
Okay.
He just adds cocaine.
He just made these picnic baskets for us to have right now.
He didn't even give me any soda bread.
Did you want half of mine?
Yours isn't soda bread.
It could be.
I mean,
If
if it is,
you use your imagination,
I will give you a proportionate amount of whiskey for your soda bread.
Deal.
Done. Politics. Fuck you, Professor Dickhole.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's
Who's Professor Dickhole?
he teaches herbology. Anyway,
He does teach herbology.
if you look out
He's been
across
ridiculed
the
for years.
look out across the snow, see all the kingdoms. One day I will be king, and you all shall serve with me, and I shall elevate you to the highest status, my dear friends who I love.
Dope.
I'm for it.
So you guys finish your meal, and you're headed.
Fucked up then. You said that I drank 3 bottles of whiskey.
Maybe you save some for later.
Okay.
That's your choice. I just said you finish it. Whether you down every ounce.
You
That's
said
on
I
you.
finish it.
That's true. Have you ever finished a meal with anything left over? Of course not. You're not wasteful. So you guys end your lunch period and you're heading back, and you finish your classes, and like you guys typically do, you spend time together after school or after your lessons, and you're walking through another courtyard, and roll me a perception check, everyone, please, and thank you. Everyone.
It's
What
a
did you roll?
12.
I got a 16.
A gentleman's 11.
Tish, what was yours?
Perception.
That's
I have
true.
an 8 plus 5.
Okay, so you have 13. So Rowan, with your 16 confirmed?
Confirmed.
Alright. You can hear Palace talking nearby, and it catches your attention because you hear him say, shouldn't this be for brother, not me?
Oh, fuck. Kristoff.
Yes.
I hear your brother. Just shh.
Don't tell these things. It's secret.
I listen harder. I don't know.
No, it's definitely supposed to be a secret meeting. And he just got something that was meant for you and was all like, oh, shouldn't this go to brother? And then I had this conversation with you.
I don't know if we should be listening in.
I already am.
Who is he talking to?
Can I tell who he's talking to?
I mean, you could roll another perception check, essentially, because you're not moving towards what's going on.
I would like to use the help action by being very quiet so that you can hear better.
Oh, dog, I am not gonna fucking hear shit.
I would like to use the help action.
Yeah, so you are shushing everybody else, and you're kind of guys, shh, and roll again.
Oh, that's better. It's still only 15.
So with a 15, you can't necessarily hear, pick up the tone of the voice, but you hear the words, with your brother's condition, it was never meant for him.
People are talking shit about your scales. Yeah, they're talking.
You wouldn't know that. I don't think. I mean, that's Kristoff's thing. Whether you would have shared that with them.
So no, it's not about sharing. It's about I have fucking scales underneath my eyes that I can't hide.
I mean, those two, but your whole body's covered, right?
Yeah, but I cover that. I cover.
That's what I'm saying.
I cover my shame.
Yeah.
Shane?
You cover your shame. Yeah.
Don't be afraid of it. Don't be ashamed of it. We love you.
Yeah, well, not everyone feels the same. Who's he? I would like to get closer. Can I roll a stealth check to try to do someone noticed?
Please.
Yes, take over, my dude. My perception is bad.
My perception's not great, but I'm rolling stealth now. 16?
Nice.
Yep. All right. So, does anybody want to go with, or is this just Kristoff?
Fuck
I
yeah,
am,
I want to
yep.
go with.
Okay. So
Ride or
stealth rolls,
die.
please.
Yeah,
stealth rolls, please.
just do a good job if you're coming, okay, guys?
I have
Say do a good
18
job.
plus 5 for perception.
No, it's stealth, so it's going to be, instead of +5, it's going to be +2.
So nat
Unless
30,
you
20.
use stealth. No, you use +6. You have a lot, so you're
24.
good. 24.
It would be 18 plus 6.
Yep.
24, yeah.
I'm a
Atlas got
26
2.
stealth.
Okay.
God, we're stealthy
So-
as shit. Let's be spies.
So Kristoff goes first, and then Rowan follows right after him, and Atlas, and then Sigyn, and then so Atlas kind of trips, and Rowan hears that and pushes forward, and Sigyn grabs Atlas by the collar to keep him from making a huge fucking mess of this, and you guys kind of do a slow crawl up on these bushes because you're in a courtyard, and you kind of peek over.
I've got you, Devin. I've got you, Atlas.
Oh, thank you.
Devin?
Little clumsy.
Why are people
Who's
always
Devin?
in bushes when they have these seedy conversations?
I don't know.
Well,
but
so
shush.
you poke your head up over this hedge, and you see very Scooby-Doo-ish, with just the eyes, all of you got your eyes. No, even better, it's stacked, right? So you
I
just
want
poke
Homer
around the
Simpson
corner.
coming out of the bush.
Yes.
No, wait, way too much noise. Then you'd be revealed. So you guys, in whatever comedic form that Star eventually draws this in, Star, I give you creative license to do whatever the
I would
fuck
like to
you
send
want
a
with this.
periscope above the bushes.
I want us to be like the fucking Green Trinity mark in fucking Kingdom Hearts. We're just all stacked up on each other's
Stacked
backs.
up on each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the base, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. You're so strong. And then I'm on top of you. As God's
You're
intended.
so strong. We believe in you.
I don't need your belief. I just need you to climb up. Hurry.
And so you see a young Pallas sitting across from a weathered-looking king, Aldrin, and
I want to shoot Palace in the face with my pistol. I'm
You don't
just
have a
kidding.
pistol.
I'm just kidding.
you don't have your pistol.
Oh,
I'm
what
so
the
sorry.
fuck? This time it sucks. I'm out.
And so they're sitting across from each other on these half circle stone benches, and you can see that this is a clearing. It's kind of it's got hedges around it, and above them is what is
Is it
that
a really
fucking-
Alice in Wonderland setting? During the billiard
kind of,
scene?
but what is the oh my god, I'm blanking so hard on
Help
the,
me help you. Help me help you.
the fucking roofed structure.
Gazebo.
A gazebo.
Gazebo, thank you. A gazebo situation. Could not summon that to save my life.
It's a hard word.
No, I got you. Just roof structure. Is it a gazebo?
No, I mean, so they're standing under the Zamboni.
Ouch.
No, not the Zamboni. That's difficult.
Well,
Let's
this
not
is in
do that.
Iceland. Technically, somebody's got to redo the ice.
That is harsh terrain.
And you see King Altrian handing something to Pallas, and you can hear now Pallas saying, "No, Father, this is Kristoff's. He's firstborn. He should be the one to have this, not me." And you hear the king say, "Pallas, you are young and sweet, but your brother, as much as we love him, he can't be king, and he can't bear this burden. His blood is not pure like yours." And you see him hand Pallas this medium length staff, and it's got twisted wood that's kind of gnarled up on itself, and at the top is this sphere, and it's this almost snowy blue sphere, and it's swirling inside it, And
then
Palace,
inside that is a tiny miniature silence because it's a snow globe.
It is. Yep. And you hear Palace say, "But he should be king." And King Altrian says, "Unfortunately, he can't be. And if the Shintos are going to right our ship from our family's past..."
I leave.
Okay. "It can't be him." Okay, so you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Other players, what do you do?
I follow him.
Kristoff, what'd you hear?
It's not important.
I believe I follow him as well.
Okay.
We're a unit.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends drive drunk. Leave drunk.
That's true.
I've heard that you just need more practice.
Agreed.
So yeah, you've now all witnessed King Altrian essentially giving the throne to Palace. How does that work out for
Is this
you,
where we do some
Kristoff?
exposition? Yeah.
I think what happens is Kristoff walks away and everybody kind of catches up, like, "Oh, Kristoff, what's up?" And he kind of turns around and he's kind of like got a very practiced smile on his face, but you can see there are tears in his eyes. He says,
Oh no.
"Yes, we're going to have to call it an early night tonight. We have that herbology test tomorrow, and Professor What's-His-Dick, he's ruthless, so it's time to call tonight."
Can I hug Kristoff?
He's gone.
I follow behind.
I just want to hug him.
And so Kristoff and Atlas kind of like dart away. And it's kind of in that moment where like everything kind of gets grayscale for you a little bit, Kristoff. And the only thing that's like in color really is like these like silver tears kind of like flowing away.
Oh, why is it so sad?
And then you
Silver, wouldn't that be grayscale anyway?
Kristoff, you wake up in the frozen chestnut, just like sweating.
Yeah.
So you wake up in the frozen chestnut from this dream.
I do not say I am Kristoff Shindo.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is the turn. This is the end. Canonically, you all had separate rooms, right? Like,
Yeah.
you just all hung out in Sharinga's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that was before.
Oh, that was
Taringa's
different.
not with us anymore. So
That's
yeah,
right.
we probably have one room to be
Yeah,
inconspicuous. We don't want to flaunt a bunch of coin.
Right. So yeah, you woke up just in a sweat, like a cold sweat or a nervous sweat, whatever that is for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do with that information? You don't have to do anything with it.
Can I roll for being fucking sad?
I think
Yeah.
that Kristoff just takes a look, and he sees it's a dark room, and there's like probably the fireplace is burning down to ash or to hot coals, and I can see Rowan, and he's still got half a bottle of whiskey in his hand, and he's holding it close, and I see Atlas kind of sleeping against the door, making sure that we're safe and protected, and if anybody tried to get in, they'd have to go through him, and I look at all this, and I see Renwick Tyndall, and he's just halfway out the window, I think.
I mean, so you guys no, hold on. Tyndall canonically is not there. Remember, you told him to
I'm
stay.
just gonna roll over, and I'm gonna pull the coin.
Can I be like in the public room of the inn, in front of the fireplace, just sitting there, just waiting?
Yeah. I mean, sure. So you're in the common room. Like an older version of Sigan.
Are we back in the present day now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
are. We're in the frozen chestnut, and I'm just gonna roll over after looking at everything, and I'm just gonna pull the coin out of my pocket, and I'm just gonna hold on to it, not invoking it, but just holding on to it, knowing it's there, and roll over and go back to sleep.
So something a little bit different happens because being a sorcerer, you're emotionally charged. You don't hear her voice, you don't hear the conversation, but as you're like holding this coin, you can like hear her heartbeat in your ears.
Dwayne, take inspiration for that exposition. I fucking love it.
And so we're doing the guest giveaway a little bit different. Tish, basically our patrons get to give away a free item to the boys, one of the boys of your choosing, and then I'll magic that shit up later. So what would you like to give, and who would you like to give it to? It doesn't have to be something out of your inventory. You can just like kind of make something up. It's fine. Like we'll work it out.
I'm gonna give a table leg to Atlas because I found it and he was nice.
Give something to Rowan because he ain't got nothing.
He's got so much.
He doesn't know what to do.
So many things he doesn't
got
use.
his hat. He's got his hat, and so that's fairly useful since he's never without it.
Yeah, canonically, I don't use anything.
But I feel I have to give something to Atlas because he's lost so much recently. So I'm going to give him a branch from my favorite tree that turns into a sword. If that's possible.
We don't need any more weapons.
No, yeah.
I can't use weapons with Willow. You have to.
So you're gonna give him So
Alright, fine. Then I'm just gonna give you a branch.
Bracer.
Yeah. So you give him this branch, and we'll Devin, write this down. You give him this branch, and basically he can use this branch, and he can like put it in his offhand, and essentially it will like expand into a shield that he can use once a day to add his constitution to a spell save of his choosing.
Cool.
And so Kristoff, as you're laying back down, and you're rolling over, you're remembering your dream as it actually happened. You're remembering you walking through the courtyard, and you're remembering you poking your head over the hedge, and instead of having this comedic tower of friends and people, it's you standing on top of a stone, alone, witnessing the king giving away the throne to your younger brother, just a few months shy of your mother's passing, and not having the warm, jovial group that your dream had afforded you. The harsh truth and coldness of your memory sinks back in as you go back to sleep. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Whoa. Dwayne, 3 questions real quick. Do I remember this shit?
Nope.
Okay, 2, have you seen how cute my cat is?
Yes.
Alright. And then 3, I forgot what 3 is, so continue.
3. Can I change Allison to be a tiefling now and be the guard for Kristoff for all time?
That's a really good campaign that we'll run later.
I like that.
That would be wonderful. Do that.
It's called Final Fantasy 15.
You Kamari Ranzo.
Final Fantasy, pick a number.
No, Final Fantasy 15 is specific. There's a young prince, and he has a big, strong guy. His name is Gladios. And he's a joking friend. His name is Prompto.
You're Yuna. He's Kamari Ranzo.
No, it's Final Fantasy 10 actually.
Yeah, that's what I said. Final Fantasy 10. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Final Fantasy 10.
You're
Orin, and he's Titus. Yep.
Do I get to be Orin?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
I mean, based on that bottle in your hand,
you would not be Orin. You would be Waka for sure,
That's what I
right?
said.
No, Orin. Orin.
No,
are you kidding me?
Rowan would not be Orin.
Who's the guy who's drinking the whole game? Orin.
He makes a really good
Okay, but he's also like a tough, badass bodyguard.
Yeah, so's Rowan.
I'm a tough
Oh
badass
well,
bodyguard.
well.
I
He
talk
turned
lot
me
of
into a
shit.
dragon. Fuck you, bro.
I mean, that's.
So I don't know. Maybe he's Lulu then.
I'll be Lulu. But she's magic.
Lulu. Yeah, I will compromise for Lulu.
I will agree to
nice
Lulu.
belt
Devin
dress.
is Kamari Ronzo. That's all I know for sure.
For sure.
Oh, that's true. He could be Kamari. That's fine.
Kamari Ronzo.
That makes sense.
Horn brick. Very
Oh,
strong
right.
front litter.
I do
Lance.
remember that
Very good
question.
ability.
So that means
Yep.
Siggy Stardust is now canonically part of our world in the present day?
Yes. Yep.
Sigyn Ravenstone?
Wait, what?
Yeah, but I like Siggy Stardust.
Siggy Stardust. I
Siggy
really
Stardust.
like that. I really
See?
like that a lot.
Yeah, so Sigyn Ravenstone is canonically a character in the Frozen Chestnut that, like,
You act like I know what the Frozen Chestnut
Kristoff
is.
just put into his dream, right? Like, it was somebody he saw. Like, that's kind of how our dreams work. We
Makes
put people
sense.
we see in them.
Got you.
Alright, well,
I'm for it.
I am Scott Chainsaw, your saddest boy, and
Most handsome boy.
Don't be sad.
This episode brought to you by The Tears of a Dragon. Be sure to pick yours up at stores next week.
Such a good fucking 80s fucking hair metal
it would be.
album.
It really would be. It's
Tears
like,
of a Dragon.
it's like a Rush B-side. Tears of the Dragon.
Yep. I mean, it's also cool because every time you go to their concert,
Tears of a Dragon.
Oh,
There's no beatboxing. It's
fucking Tim.
it's cocky.
I don't know. Every time you go to their concert, when you buy one of their merch, like their T-shirts, they just give you ecstasy in a vial and call it Tears of the Dragon.
Have you ever done ecstasy? I feel like I'm the only person who's
That's
done
perfect.
ecstasy.
That is.
I mean,
that
I've confirmed not done it.
My
Yeah.
wife listens to this
I've
podcast.
never done that.
Well, let me fucking tell you, it's great.
Tell me all about it.
Oh no, maybe not. Hey Tish, so the cool thing is, you kind of can say whatever you want at this point. You kind of get a little billboard to say
Yeah,
whatever.
it's-
No, you can say
it's all
whatever you
you.
want. If Ginge has to bleep it, he'll bleep it.
Wait, what?
Where can we find you? Where your
Anything
socials?
that I
To
want.
plug whatever you want. I don't know.
Yeah, you can plug
Business
whatever you
would be
want.
right.
If you don't want to plug anything, you don't have
Okay.
to. You can just talk.
I do actually. I have a clothing company called Punk Snot Fashion, which, if you say it quickly, is Punk Snot Fashion, and we're going to be coming out with a D&D line very shortly called D&D is Punk. So
Very cool.
if you want D&D clothing, D&D t-shirts, that's where you're going to be going. We're on Facebook at Punks Not Fashion and Instagram at Punks Not Fashion Official and on Etsy at Punks Not Fashion. So if you want D&D t-shirts, that's where it's going to be.
I'm just gonna go follow
Yeah, right now.
right now. Yep, confirmed. It's not fashion.
Much appreciated.
Alright.
It's not like what comes out of your nose.
No, I'm with that.
S-N-O-T.
And it's the official one, not the hashtag.
I mean, it wouldn't be punk if
Alright.
it wasn't snot.
That's true.
I mean,
Alright, cool.
the
I'm into it.
hashtag as well. We use
Well,
the hashtag
Oh yeah,
as
that's
well.
true. I guess I could follow the
that
hashtag.
works.
I'm not good with the internet. Oh, that's a cool picture. No, you should go check that out. That's cool. There's like a skull on a t-shirt. And when I say skull on a t-shirt, I don't mean there's a skull on a t-shirt. There's a literal fucking skull on top of a t-shirt. So if you're not into that,
Yeah.
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, if you collect wet specimens, you'll dig this.
I don't,
Confirmed.
because it sounds gross.
No,
Not just wet specimens, though. We don't have pictures with wet specimens, so if you'd like to recant that, that'd be great.
I am a married man. I haven't collected wet specimens in years.
Oh my
And I
god.
just don't get it.
Well, you see, wet specimens.
Ooh,
It's okay,
It's
Devin.
okay.
We still love
it's
you.
okay, Devin. We all have dry times.
I still don't get it.
Oof.
Oof.
Hey, listen to what's coming up.
So yeah, so
It is the month of May.
You know what that
What's that
means?
mean?
That means min-max mankind.
I mean, you said
we are
May,
deep.
but you're wrong.
Okay, well, as we're recording this, it's April 1st. But when this releases, it is the month of May, which means this is min, max, mankind. If you're not following us on the socials, if you're not seeing these amazing giveaways, if you're not seeing everything that is to do with May and the MinMaxMankind initiative for Child's Play, a charity worth your time, worth your dollars, you are a fool. I love you anyway. It's time to get educated. Today we're going to do a roll for humanity.
Does this have anything to do with Chucky?
It does not. That is a separate franchise film that we cannot talk about legally. So this is Child's Play Charity, which what Child's Play Charity does, if you didn't know, is they provide video games, D&D manuals, all kinds of stuff to kids that are chronically hospitalized and they cannot go and see their families and loved ones. And every May, we use MinMaxMankind as a way to raise money to support these kids and the amazing initiative that Child's Play Charity runs for them. So, Roll for Humanity.
That's wonderful.
Roll for Humanity. I believe someone has something for me for this Roll for Humanity we talked about.
I think it's that beautiful loot play.
I'm sorry?
Just go with the one that you wanted to hear.
I believe there's going to be a rage this time. We're going to be in quite the rage. Giving us advantage on our...
My ancestors to give you the strength to roll that dice.
The strength of heart required to give. And as such, I will roll with advantage because when barbarians rage, they have advantage on strength checks. That is going to be $15 for Child's Play Charity.
Strong roll.
If you're not rolling for humanity, you should be. If you're not following us on social to see how you can become part of this amazing giveaway that's going on, you should be.
I think I actually will roll for humanity.
Oh.
And that's a 14.
14!
Oh,
thank you, Tish.
$29 right there.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, Child's Play Charity is really cool.
Yeah.
There's actually a few in Tennessee, and I couldn't even imagine being in that situation, but the fact that they, provide games and support to kids who just having a real bad day is super cool, man. So if you haven't checked them out, you should. If you're not rolling for humanity at your table, or if you got a couple extra bucks, if a D20 is just too much, we get it. Maybe do a D6, maybe do a D4. Every little bit helps. Helps with the kiddos. And
if you're a barbarian, you are legally required to use a D12. Just saying.
And you have to throw it when you roll. You can't just roll. You have to throw it across the room.
Whatever imprint it makes on your drywall, that is the amount.
And if you don't get imprint on the drywall, you just got to keep going until you do.
Yep. Level up that strength. ASI.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, we as a podcast are not responsible for any damage you do at home or any damage inflicted to any small child when you do this roll. But yeah, boys, is there anything else?
I am the lawful stupid lawyer, and I say...
Ugh, not again.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Gosh, this guy.
This reoccurring character that comes out, the lawful stupid lawyer.
When's the last time that happened?
Jerry, what do you got? What do you want?
I just want to say that liability damages are not incurred upon the Lawful Stupid LLC Limited Liability Company. No personnel involved with this company, any owners or otherwise, can be held responsible for damages you do on behalf of this company. Goodbye!
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It happens in our fucking meetings all the time.
Is that the thing that you're saying?
Does it?
It does.
It does.
We wish Shane would just be himself, but then Jerry comes out.
I'm the lawful stupid lawyer.
Jerry, go away.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm Scott Shane's son.
My $14 donation was successfully processed.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're the best. You're the best kind of people.
Of course.
Hey, and MinMaxMankind is just getting started, especially with this episode.
This is the third week.
MinMaxMankind is just getting started because it
2 weeks ago.
It just gears up. It gets better and better.
It ramps up. It
ramps up.
It starts.
And no, there's just a lot of good giveaways going on, and there's a lot of cool interactions. I want to say thanks so much. I know this is in advance, but I know last year we just so much happened, and we didn't have near the amount of prep time. This year we just got a little bit more behind our belt, so I'm excited to see all the stuff going on. And I'm really excited for DrawCon. I'm really excited to be with my boys. I'm really excited to see all the fans and like this will be my first like con.
I'm super excited to meet all of you.
Oh,
you can.
That sounds
you can
good.
say that.
I'm so sorry. I've been like out of the Discord for like the past 3 weeks, in and out randomly.
That's not cool. Anybody who's thinking about joining our Discord. That's not common. Usually, Dwayne's all up in there.
That's true. Dwayne's been super absent because of buying a house. But
and fixing it back.
That's
up
super
again.
awesome. That's true. Do a lot of fixing it up. I 100% put my office together 20 minutes before we did this.
I can't even tell. It looks nice.
Thank you. It's not even close to done.
I can see the unpacked cardboard box in the background.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
I'm trying to be nice. Fuck.
Well, behind me,
It's so
eventually
awesome.
there's just going to be a green screen, and then I'm just going to Photoshop an office.
What's that spot on the right? Because I got to know.
Gots to
I don't know
know!
what it is. It's just brown.
I got to know.
Ginge, this is your gift. This is your gift. I
got
got
to
to
know.
know.
I got to know. I got to know. I got to know.
Sweet, you
know.
dudes. I'm gonna be super fucking sweet.
This is my gift to you, Ginge. And I want to know, have you ever seen the stain on Dwayne's door frame?
So we're doing MinMaxMankind. It doesn't matter about donations. It matters about caring. And we appreciate everyone that actually cares about other human beings. So whatever you're doing, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's
pay it
absolutely right.
forward.
It's not about dollars. It's not about donations. It's not about a total at the end. If you have not a lot of money, but you do have excess time, we ask that you go to these, any sort of charity that you want to support. If it's whether it's ASPCA for the animal shelters, whether it's whatever charities that need time and they need volunteers, please do so.
Time's just as valuable. Just as valuable.
If not more so. And if you let us know that you donated that time, that is for our giveaways and whatnot that are going on our social media, that is exactly as valuable as a dollar donation. So make sure you let us know at theboys@lawfulstupid.org. I have no more words to say, gentlemen.
Nope.
Thank you for being decent human beings and making the world a better place. Thank you for giving more than you got.
For loving me.
Thank you for being a friend.
Down the road and back again.
Travel down the road and back again.
And that's where she did.
Your heart is true. You're a friend and a confidant. I said thank you for being a friend. I said thank you for being a friend.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
I can't wait.
Created a monster. And stuff.
Everyone
Bye.
Bye. You
Bye.
see the biggest gift.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, you all great.
It makes me happy.